the Gingerbread Sundae from the Golden Horseshoe 2025 holiday season at the Disneyland Resort. Let's dig in. Hello and welcome to another episode of Spread Some Magic 1928. Today we are going to do a gingerbread cake. During the 2025 holiday season at the Disneyland Resort, I believe it's at the Golden Horseshoe, is a gingerbread cake sundae. I think they called it a sundae, but it's a piece of gingerbread cake, a nice big piece with vanilla ice cream or whipped cream. You don't need me to show you how to scoop vanilla ice cream or whipped cream, so I'm going to show you how to make a gingerbread cake. First time I ever made this was like a month ago. My neighbor was reminiscing about it, and so I thought I'd make it for him. I had never heard of it, and so I looked up an old-fashioned gingerbread cake recipe. It's the only one I've made, and it was delicious, so we're making it again. And it does have your traditional gingerbread cookie things of cinnamon, ginger, and molasses. So you want to preheat your oven to 325. You want to prepare for a nice dense cake, a 8x8 or 9x9 pan. Two ways to do it. You can butter it, put your parchment on the bottom and butter again, then flour the whole thing, knock the flour out. Or shortcut and use the pan baking with flour, which is what I did. So once your oven's preheating and your pan's prepared, it's time to mix our dry ingredients. You want to start with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons ground ginger, 1.5 teaspoons ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves, and 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. We're going to whisk this together and then set aside. To a medium-sized bowl, you want to add 1 cup, it says fancy molasses. I used the Brer Rabbit or there's a mama one too. Forget what that one's called. But that's it. So you're going to add that to your medium bowl. To your bowl of molasses, you want to whisk in carefully 1 cup of hot water. Go slowly so you don't splash and whisk until well combined. Once this is well combined, which you'll feel there's like no resistance of the molasses anymore, you want to whisk in 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Next, you want to add 1 stick of melted unsalted butter that has been cooled slightly. Once your butter's mixed in, you want to add in 2 eggs. Whisk to combine. Once this is all whisked together, we are going to add it to our dry goods. The directions say to put in 2/3 of the liquid mixture and then whisk until smooth. You do want to be careful not to overwork the flour. That can make a cake tough, but we do have to whisk until smooth, and we're actually almost there. And then you're going to add in the rest of the liquid. I like using a spatula to make sure I get all that molasses goodness in. Once you add the rest of the liquid in, it says to stir until just combined. So we no longer want to whisk, we want to gently fold and stir. Make sure you don't overmix because we definitely don't want to overact the gluten. But once this is ready, put it in your prepared pan. Gingerbread cookies are typically found only during holiday season. But once you learn how to make these things yourself, you can have them year round. And let me tell you, those gingerbread cookies, I made them this past summer. The best. Absolutely the best. I'll try to remember to link that video also. I think it's on this side. It'll be up there. It's holiday or festival foods are there. But anyhow, once you have your cake in the pan, pop it in the oven for about 50 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. So I'll be seeing you in a bit. Our cake is ready. It did sink in the middle when I tested it. It is what it is, but we're gonna eat a corner anyways. Let it cool for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna remove it from the pan, cut our slice, and make our sundae. All right, after your cake is cooled for about 10 minutes, you can turn it out. Take it out with like spatulas. Sometimes the easiest way is to just put the cooling, but it's not big enough. Aha, we'll go this way. Put the cooling rack on top, and then flip it over. And then hopefully it comes out. Like that. Traditionally, this cake is served warm with a little bit of powdered sugar on top, but we're gonna do it the Disney style, which is as a sundae. All right, so I am gonna cut a square of this off. All right, after you've scooped your ice cream, It's time for whipped cream. And then in the parks, it showed a little bit of holiday sprinkles. I'm gonna put just a little bit. The Gingerbread Sundae from the Golden Horseshoe 2025 holiday season at the Disneyland Resort. Let's dig in. I know I love the gingerbread cake. It is on the spicier side, so if you don't like your gingerbread spicy, you probably won't like this, but cheers. It's still steaming. Okay, I didn't think it needed ice cream. I mean, it doesn't need ice cream, but ice cream is so good with this. I mean, you know it'd be really good? Eggnog ice cream. But vanilla pears, excellent. I just think eggnog and gingerbread go so well together. I made an eggnog tiramisu last year for my birthday, and it was an eggnog gingerbread tiramisu. So good. If you don't want to go through the hassle of cutting out cookies and decorating them, just make this gingerbread cake. It is so easy. It is so delicious. Part of me feels like I should put the crystallized, like the ginger candy in it. Then I know we're getting into like fruitcake territory as far as texture goes, but I love that ginger candy. And I just think bits of that would be a nice texture difference, but traditional gingerbread cake. There is at least one, if not two other versions at the park this year. We're not doing it. One's a layer cake that has like ginger crunches and a buttercream in between. Stick with this one. It is easy, it is simple, and it is delicious, especially with the ice cream. It's also very good with just that powdered sugar on top. Probably be excellent with coffee or hot tea. I don't know. I love gingerbread. I'm in a gingerbread craze right now, but make this. You won't be sorry. Anyhow, thanks for joining me today. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and spread some magic wherever you are. Until next time.